Rhode Island has decided to decriminalize marijuana in their state. Possessing an ounce or less of marijuana is a civil violation with a $150 fine. 3 violations within 18 months would be a misdemeanor with a larger fine and possibly some prison time.
God bless Rhode Island. You know what? You're going to have to work hard to get caught 3 times in a span of 18 months. I mean, if you're going to the police station and smoking the joints right in front of them, all right, at some point they might throw you in prison. But that's a pretty good law. I mean, that's definitely headed in the right direction. And Rhode Island is one of 16 states that have decriminalized medical marijuana.
Yes.
Of course, look at that Freudian slip. The Obama administration doesn't care anyway.
Yes.
They're doing crackdowns in states where medical marijuana is legal regardless.
In fact, let's talk about those crackdowns a little bit right now. So the feds have been criticized for doing raids in medical marijuana clinics and things like that. But what they're doing now is they're attacking the property owners that will lease, real estate for medicinal marijuana providers.
So if you're renting to a dispensary, they say, we are going to take your building. You're like, geez,
yes.
Lord mercy. I mean, you have to understand, obviously, the scale of that punishment is unbelievable. That's their livelihood. It could be millions of dollars, et cetera. And you're saying to them, well, you're the equivalent of someone who's housing a drug running operation. So according to our laws, we get to take your property. They've already sent out a couple of notices to people in California. And not notices, they've already gone after a couple of people and are in proceedings. And then they sent out letters to about, I think, 15 others or so.
According to the Huffington Post, federal prosecutors in Los Angeles last week filed 2 asset forfeiture lawsuits against buildings housing 3 medical marijuana stores in Santa Fe Springs. They also sent so-called warning letters to dozens of area property owners threatening similar legal action. Now, keep in mind that these property owners would have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars defending themselves against a government lawsuit. So a lot of them get scared and they say, okay, you're out. We need to evict you immediately.
Look, my dad used to manage real estate. He would get those guys out immediately. Imagine the panic in my dad. They might take his building. Mm-hmm. That's what we rely on for all of our, income. He'd be like, no, you have to leave right away. And I don't blame him. I'd do the same thing, And so I think, unfortunately, this is going to be incredibly effective. So thank you, Obama administration. Another way that you're cracking down on something you said you would not crack down. Another campaign promise broken for no damn reason at all.
Let's talk about how cowardly the Obama administration is. Because the reason why they've decided to take this route is because they've been criticized for all the raids that they've been doing. So they're like, okay, why don't we go under the radar and just attack these real estate owners and find a way to intimidate and scare them so they get rid of these marijuana clinics.
So
why not?
It's 2 layers of being afraid of opponents. First, they were afraid of the right wing, so they said, okay, we'll do all these crackdowns. Instead of when there wasn't even any, big movement to say, oh my God, you got to crack down on drug dispensaries when they're perfectly legal in those states, et cetera. But they're always in a panic. They're like, okay, let's do whatever the right wing tells us to do. And then now that they got criticized for the raids, they're like, okay, well, we don't want any criticism. So instead, we'll do something worse, something that's actually more guaranteed to shut them down. But then we'll say, well, we didn't do a raid. It wasn't us. Well, that, owner happened to decide that he wanted to evict that, tenant. What could we do? That's his decision.